A new lesson, but before that we have to revise our previous lesson. As you remember, last time we have talked about polymerization. Together, the common name of polymers, we called it plastics. A small molecule used to make a polymer is called monomer. A long molecule made by joining many smaller molecules together سميناها polymer. The process of making a polymer سميناها polymerization. Okay, بعدين حكينا there are very important monomers in industry اللي هي this one. Remember what was it called? Vinyl chloride أو chloroethene. لو عملناها polymer راح تصير polyvinyl chloride. Next one اللي هي في عندها 4 fluorine atoms اللي هي رح نسميها tetrafluoroethene. If it is made up into a polymer, we will call it polytetrafluoroethene. The third one, monomer, we call it ethene. And the third one, اللي هي it has 3 carbon atoms, this is propene. Now, ethene monomer will produce polyethene. Next one, polytetrafluoroethene. Next, it is called PVC. It is called polyvinyl chloride, and the third one is called polypropylene. And there is another monomer, styrene. When it is polymerized, it is called polystyrene. Also, we have talked about their uses. Polyethene is used for buckets and bowls. Propylene is used to make carpets. Polystyrene is used to make packaging. Ropes is for PVC and non-sticky pans for polytetrafluoroethene. Okay, let us also revise some previous knowledge you have. Remember when we have talked about the homologous series, we said a homologous series is a group of molecules that have the same functional group. For example, alkanes, they all of the homologous series of alkanes have CnH2n plus 2. Okay, the homologous series of alkene, they have the general formula of CnH2n, and all these molecules should have a C-C double bond. And today we will study 2 new homologous series, alcohols and acids. You will find it in page 333 and 343. Our objectives for today are, we will recognize what are alcohols and what are acids. We will figure out the names and the structural formula for alcohols and acids, and we will figure out what are condensation polymers. We have learned last time what is addition polymers. Today we will learn what is condensation polymers. These are the new words you will learn today: alcohols, carboxylic acids, amines, amide link, ester link. These are the new words for today. Let us start with our first lesson, our first objective. I'm sure all of you know the vinegar and the lemon, and we know that both of them are acids, ahmad. Okay, طيب. Now, vinegar is an acid because it contains a group, a functional group. Today we will learn what is it. And mainly the acid called, the acid that inside of the vinegar is called acetic acid. And also today we will know exactly what is acetic acid. There are some acids you already know, the hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acids. Now these acids are different than the acids we will learn today. Today our acids are organic acids that contains carbon and hydrogens. The hydrochloric acids and sulfuric acids are not organic acids. Okay, as you can see also we have these all detergents we have at home, the Dettol, all of them are made up from bases, a base, قواعد, okay? And we will find out, especially for Dettol, why is it called like this and what is the functional group that Dettol contains. Our first objective is to recognize what are alcohols and acids. Now, you have these two words, alcohol and carboxylic acids. You can find these answers in page 333 and 342 in your book. أنا جمعت لكم درسين المين points منهم، يعني ما أخذناهم كلهم. Okay, only the first page from each lesson. Homologous molecules that contain COO functional group, these are called carboxylic acids. Okay, يعني if they have this group COOH بنسميها carboxylic acid. If the homologous molecule contain OH functional group اللي هي hydroxide بنسميهم alcohols. Exactly like here. R هنا imagine there is a long chain of hydrocarbon. Okay, if this long chain of hydrocarbon is connected to carbon, double bond, oxygen, a bond with OH, this group is called carboxylic group. If this group is connected to a long chain of hydrocarbon, this is called carboxylic acid. But if the long chain of hydrocarbon is connected with OH, hydroxide, بنسميه alcohol. For objective 2, we will find out what are the names and structural formulas for alcohol and acids. For example, methane. Methane, it has 4 hydrogens, right? 4 hydrogens. هلا, if it's an alcohol, you will remove 1 hydrogen and put OH instead. So it will become C1, 2, 3. These all are hydrogens. And instead of hydrogen, you will substitute it by OH, hydroxide group. So this is called methanol. You add the syllable ol at the end. So this is meth because 1 carbon, and ol because it has OH, or it's an alcohol. طيب, what about carboxyl acids? Carboxylic acids, again, instead of having 1 hydrogen, you will substitute the hydrogen by a carboxyl group. So it will be like, this is carbon and 3 hydrogens, and substitute this hydrogen by another carbon, O carboxylic group, OH, COOH. Now this hydrocarbon has 2 carbons, okay, and it has carboxylic group. Now this is called ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Now this is methanoic acid. 1 carbon, double bond with oxygen, 1 bond with hydroxide group. All this is the carboxylic group. And the 4th group for carbon, this is 1, 2, 3, and the 4th group is bonded to hydrogen. This is 1 carbon with the group carboxylic group, so this is methanoic acid. Now, if you open your books, page 334, we will only study this table from this page. Now, methanol is CH3OH, like what we said, CHH with an OH. Okay, this is the structural formula. The boiling point, we will not study it. Ethanol, it has 2 carbons, 5 hydrogens, and OH. So it will be carbon-carbon. Each carbon, around each carbon there are 4 bonds, and 1 of the hydrogens are substituted by OH group. So this is called ethanol. It has 2 carbons with a hydroxide group. Propanol, the same. Butanol, okay, but it means 4 carbons, and instead of the last carbon, there will be, instead of the last hydrogen, it will be substituted by OH. And here in page 343, we will only study this table. Okay, methanoic acid, as I just said, there's a carbon, COOH. This is the structural formula for it. Okay, ethanoic, it has 2 carbons. Okay, this is the formula for ethanoic acid, which is known as acetic acid. This acid is presented in vinegar. Okay, so this is ethanoic acid. The molecule that makes up vinegar, الخل, is ethanoic acid, or as well known to have the name acetic acid. You have propanoic acid, the same way. Acid, butanoic. As you find out, butane, it means 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oic, the syllable oic, it means that the last carbon, it contains the carboxylic group, اللي هي double bond O and OH. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is butane and bute. And having this group, so it is called butanoic. You have to write this on your notebook. This is the alkane. The alkane is heptane. I want you to write the structural formula for the alcohol and the carboxylic acid. And you have to draw the structural formula for alcohol for heptane. اللي هي بتصير heptanol. Heptanoic acid. Hexanol. Hexanoic acid.